Thank you, Jonas. I think the first question has to be, do you have any news on Viv?
No.
Okay, obviously a tough result today and tough with the injury as well. What are your comments on the match?
I think it was an even game. It was two sides that both posed challenges for each other, just like it should be. Today we were not that efficient with our opportunities, and I think it is a game that could have gone either way. So I am quite pleased with our performance, but of course not with the result.
Are you happy also with the way your team responded at half-time? Because it must have been a difficult moment, having just conceded and lost Vivianne as well.
That's us. We don't give up. We keep on going. We always compete. We're 100%. We find solutions, and that's why I love working with this team. And
you are through to the quarterfinals now, but of course you still have to go to Zurich and clinch the group next week. That's still an aim and still a big game, isn't it?
Huge game for us. First aim was, of course, to qualify. That's not easy. Second aim, it's to win the group. That would be a huge achievement for us, and we have the opportunity. We have things in our own hands, so let's try our very best to make that happen.
Jonas, and all the best to Viv as well.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you for the interview, Katie. What are your comments on a difficult night for Arsenal?
Yeah, look, obviously it's always unfortunate to lose at home. I thought we started well and we dominated a lot of the possession. Unfortunately for us, we didn't kind of execute in the final third, but yeah, it was obviously a difficult evening. As I said, it's never nice to lose at home.
Do we know how Viv is?
No, not yet. Obviously, I'm just straight off the pitch, so I've no idea. We've got fantastic medical staff, and I'm sure they'll be looking after her.
What was said at half-time, because obviously you had not just the goal, but of course that injury also happened just before half-time.
Yeah, look, at a club like this, you've always got unbelievable players to step in. Obviously, Rafa came on, and Leah Williamson went into midfield, and we looked to control it a bit more. But yeah, as I said, it's unfortunate result.
Well, you are through despite the loss today. You still obviously got to go to Zurich and win and clinch the group. Guess that's the focus now, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. We'll analyse this, recover well, and we'll be flying to Zurich next week to hopefully get the 3 points.
Good luck then. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lindsey. Congratulations on the win. What are your comments?
Yeah, I'm proud of the team. We stuck it out. It's a hard game. It was a battle. It wasn't a lot of football being played today, but these games happen, and again, just proud of the 3 points, and we got to move forward. Obviously, we want to continue in the Champions League, so getting the win was very important for us.
I mean, you are well aware of the threat that Arsenal's attackers put, and I think all of you had to work hard to make sure they didn't have that many chances today, did they?
Yeah, honestly, both teams, it was kind of like that, and it was that kind of game. So proud of our back line and the way we worked. And again, Arsenal's such a quality team that likes to play good football, so we had to keep going. So again, just happy for the result.
The fact that you're now level with Arsenal, you're potentially 1 point away from the quarterfinals, that show the mental strength and the hard work of your team from coming back from that 5-1 home loss, putting yourself in this position after 5 games.
Yeah, again, it was kind of a shock for, us at Lyon. That doesn't really happen ever. So I think us digging deep and realizing, this is football now, and teams are getting better and better. And, the result that Arsenal pulled off in the first leg was enormous, and we had to come through. And, we're a team now, and we stayed together, and we got a result here. So that's the most important thing.
Was that first game, almost a turning point for all of you in the squad? I know you had many injuries at that time that, I'm sure you're still on a high from being European champions and the rest of it, but learn that you have to start again and work your way up again to find yourself again in this position where you are now.
Yeah, we can always talk about injuries and whatnot, but the depth of this team is great, and anyone that steps on the field, you got to trust in those players, and I think that's what we've continued to do, and it's obviously very nice when we get some players back and help us out. So again, we finish out the rest of this year and have a little bit of a break before, hopefully going into quarterfinals.
Congratulations and good luck next week.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Well, congratulations on the victory. What are your comments on the match?
Thank you very much. I think it was a really important game. We already knew where we're coming against who we were playing. I think the team stand up and did an amazing performance. Last minute it was really tight also. Really tough game against a really good team, but really happy with the 3 points. I think next week we have to continue our job.
Not just for the group position, but also, I suppose, to put right what happened in the first game.
Yeah, I think we had some work to do after the 5-1. It was not easy for the group and for some players to receive 5 goals, and normally in Lyon that doesn't happen, so it was a tough thing to handle. But now today we just came out and did our game and be ourselves, and I think that's the most important thing, to come up after such a game.
Obviously, we saw your international teammate go off injured. I mean, even though she wasn't your teammate today, it must be tough for all the players when you see something like that happen.
Yeah, sometimes football has this part. It's really sad. I hope Viv is good. I'll try to see her later, but it's really tough for us also because she's really important in the national team. Yeah, send her a big hug, and we're going to be waiting for her because football needs her.
But as for Lyon, do you feel that the way you've played in the last few weeks since that 5-1 has underlined the status everyone knows about Lyon? You are the European champions, and next week, maybe even not just try and go through, but you could even still win this group.
Yeah, I think also last year we had a tough time, 2-3 games, and then we also came back even stronger. So this year I think it's the same. After the defeat against Arsenal, I think the team just stuck together and do our work, trainings and our daily routine, and I think that's the most important thing. Today we already showed everyone that Lyon is back to our level, so I'm happy with that.
Congratulations, thank you.
Thank you very much.